Don't make this mistake with firewood. Make sure you pick up this accessory at a store near you. So when we first started burning wood, we would burn any and all wood and quickly realize that some of the wood wouldn't really burn too well. No matter how much we stuffed in that damn wood stove, it still wouldn't burn. And you'd also start to hear like a sizzling noise. Yikes! What are we doing wrong? If you like outdoor videos and product reviews with a hint of comedy, please hit that thumbs up and share and click that red button. So after a bit of research and talking to the pros, we ended up learning about moisture level in the firewood. As you can see with this piece right here, it's a bit heavy and it's a bit colored a little bit, like a darkish, brightish, yellowish color, but it's real heavy. If I take this piece here, see the color difference? One of these is like a light color, the one's a darker color. So this one is not as moist. So we ended up picking up the General Tools MMD4E off of Amazon. It was relatively inexpensive, and it's got some great features. I left a link to it down in the description if you'd like to check it out. And please remember, I do get a little bit of kickback when you purchase things, but it does not cost you anything. There's no upcharge. Do you guys measure your wood? Do you guys measure your moisture in your wood before burning? Drop a comment at the end of the video and let me know. So the MMD4E is very light and portable. It's very sleek, has nice LED lights, has two separate modes. You can do the wood mode and the building mode. So we use this mainly for measuring the moisture in the wood, but you can also use it for measuring the moisture kind of in the building as well, like for drywall. There are multiple settings. There's low, medium, high. It's recommended that you do not burn wood in your wood stove if it's over 20% in moisture, or in your fireplace. And quite honestly, we recommend staying below 15%. So the general moisture meter, as you can see, comes with these little protectors over the prongs. You don't want to lose these because these prongs are very sharp. The meter itself reads moisture in wood between 5 and 50%. It reads building moisture from 1.5% up to 33%. And in order for this thing to achieve the optimal performance, you need really a good working temperature outside of 32 degrees to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. As I mentioned before, the moisture device has two sharp prongs that you actually stick in the wood. To ensure that yours is working properly, I'd recommend taking the cap off on the end and then sticking it in the hole like this. And you should see a reading once you hit the power button of right around 18% for the test, maybe plus or minus 1 or 2%. If it registers around there, you're pretty good. So this one looks to be right in that area. So now let's head back out and we're going to check these two logs that we grabbed earlier and really see what the moisture level is in both of those really quick. After all, who wants to cut up a tree if it's not ready to burn? Nothing worse than cutting up a tree and a damn thing won't burn and there's water dripping out of it. So we want to test this wood here. This is one that we thought it was more wet, so we test this out. 17.2%, it's beeping high. They say under 20, but again, I would not use it because it's at above 15. That's just my personal preference. All right, so this was a heavier one that was a little darker. Now let's check this one. So this one's at 11, right on 11%. So this one, we can throw this one right in the fire. So as I mentioned before, just lifting these, you can tell the weight difference and how much moisture. If we were to burn this one in the fire, we'd likely have water dripping out of it and it'd be sizzling. All right, let's run back out really quick. You come with me. I got this big old dead tree. It's a monster. I want to stick this right in the tree and see what it reads because it looks like it's deader than. So as you can see, this big tree right here behind me, this thing's been here for a while. Looks like it's going to fall apart, and I think it's dead. I've been wanting to cut it down, but the mint momsy, she won't let me do it. But let's see what the moisture level is to see if this baby is dead. So as you can see, this baby is dead and ready to come down. So Mint Momsy and I are going to cut this baby down 10%. This thing's ready to burn. And it's one of the most important accessories for cutting firewood. I used to cut wood, just throw it in there like I mentioned before. this thing tells me and beeps if it's good or if it's bad. And I really make sure that everything under 15% kind of gets thrown in the wood pile. Thanks again for stopping by the Mint and Dad. I hope you enjoyed this video. You hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on the Mint and Dad.